yes, I got a lot of living to do. Whole lot of loving to do. Come on, baby. Making fun it takes two. Oh, yes, I got a lot of living to do. Whole lot of loving to do. It ain't no other woman to do but than you. There's a moon that big and bright, and the Milky Way tonight, and the way you act, you're never gonna know is there.
I think Jeff's feeling better.
Time's a wasting, a lot of kisses I ain't been tasting. I don't know about you, but I'm gonna get my share. All right,
Yeah, baby.
Welcome back. I just love that song. What can I tell you? Well, welcome back, everybody, to Gunslingers right here on
The Gunslinger Syndicated Radio Network.
And as stated, this is the time for you to call. What is that number, Jimmy?
You guys can call in right now, 866-870-5752.
And now from you know who.
That number is 866-870-5752.
All right.
Again, 866-870-5752.
Thank you, Leon. All right, give us a call. You know, I was watching Tombstone today, right? And you know, it's such a cultish movie now. Everybody knows all the lines.
Yep.
I mean, there's not anybody that doesn't know every Val Kilmer line in that movie. But, you know, I was really watching it with a keen eye today. Man, do they screw a lot of stuff up in that movie.
Movies.
I would love to see him go back and re-edit some of the stuff. So here's what I want to know from callers. What would you like to see re-edited in your favorite movie? Because, okay, here's some of the things. Okay, now, Virgil, he's so upset, you know, I can't look in the face, you know. It's
I see what they're doing in this town.
And so here's this woman who's got 5 kids that are identical size. So apparently she had 5 kids all at once.
She had quintuplets.
Yeah.
I got the school teacher vibe from that.
Yeah. Except,
On a field trip, I guess?
Yeah.
In Tombstone?
Walking down the boardwalk. I don't, well, whatever the hell she is.
But, yeah.
Okay, Virgil saves a kid, and she just looks at him like, idiot.
How dare you?
And it's like, hey, you
spinster.
You know, yeah, you know, don't you take that scar on your eye and shove anyway. That pissed me off. I mean, it's like, you just saved a kid, and all she could do is give you a dirty look.
Really?
And then, of course, there's... They're bugs, Wyatt. They're bugs. They shot Mayor Clum's wife. They're bugs. He's so upset that Morgan runs right outside and goes and shoots pool.
He needs to. That billiards always makes him feel better, right?
Yeah, and you know, Virgil and Morgan were shot months apart. Yeah. But for some reason in the movie, I'm sure it was for time. Yeah, it was at the same night. And they, in the Costner movie, they did the same thing. They were both shot on the same night. So I would love somebody to go back and fix some of this stuff. Oh, the other one. Okay, Fred White. Now, first of all, Fred White was a young man.
Yes.
Okay, now in the movie, he's played by Dobie Carey, Harry Carey Jr. Carey. Yeah. And he, you know, he's an elderly gentleman, and he gets shot, of course, by Curly Bill, which is true. Now they're talking about it, and he says, it took the judge, you know, Judge Spicer, a month to get back. By the time he did, he said, well, don't we have any witnesses? No witnesses, no murder. Oh, who cares? It's like, wait a minute. Fred White was your friend, and you don't even care? They need to fix that.
Brush it under the rug.
Yeah, fix that. You know, a few tweaks, and that movie could really be a standalone Western.
Are you the target audience because you, let's face it, know more about the firearms and the period than your average bear?
Probably not, but
if you're going to tell a story, how hard is it to make those tweaks?
And you know, I'm a firm believer in, and you know what? I'm so sick of going down to the common denominator. Let's bring it up. Same thing with cowboy action shooting. We always go to the lowest. Well, you know, there's probably somebody who doesn't know how to do this, so we all now have to suffer in order for this person to be able to shoot safely. No. Bring this person up.
Yeah.
We're never going to learn anything until we go, you can't do that.
If you go looking for the bottom, you'll find it.
Yeah, and then we all have to stay there.
Rising tides lift all ships, right?
Bingo. Let's get to Mark in Woodland Hills. How are you, Mark?
Hey, the defenders of the second A.
Thank you, sir.
See y'all again. Listen, I'm glad Rick addressed the red flag laws. We need a judge to sign off on these confiscations unless there's an actual, true, verifiable exigent circumstance that exists. Otherwise it can be used against people, beating people over the head with it, using the cops to do that.
You mean will be, not can be.
Yeah.
Yeah. What I came across this week is that in Arizona, for instance, a warning shot is illegal. Even if you shoot the intruder legally, the warning shot is a criminal offense, and you can be arrested for that. And also, if you're pulled over and you have a permit to carry, the cop, most likely now, because they've been warned, to go against you, because if you don't have a physical card as proof, it's not good enough to just have it on your phone. And another, we had some really good developments last week to report on. And, once upon a time when you went into these sensitive zones, it meant a confiscated gun and a misdemeanor charge at least. Now it's a federal violation in those few that remain, because 80% of them were basically taken off of the list.
Right.
So the cop is scared that if they don't enforce it, they will lose their conditional immunity if you leave and then go commit a crime later, And by the way, the 42 states that have reciprocal gun rights now, the 8 that don't are California, New York, Hawaii, Maryland, Massachusetts, New Jersey, Illinois, and Connecticut. So if you travel through any of those, be careful.
And what exactly do those states all have in common?
Yeah, they're all
blue states. The usual suspects.
Yeah.
One thing that's really surprising, though, is I would never thought I would be, predisposed to liking a Democratic politician. And we all all 4 of us recognize that the Democratic Party is no longer a pro-gun party like it was with President Kennedy. And I confess it's rare that I change my policies, or especially on a politician. But I got to tell you, who is refreshing these days? Senator Fetterman.
Yeah.
Now, I don't like his Second Amendment positions most of the time, but my God, he's nowhere as bad as the rest of his party.
No.
And using red flag laws as a cudgel against somebody is counter-constitutional. I'm sorry. There's no thing. And I still can't figure out what sin the citizens of California committed to get somebody so vile as Governor Hairjail. Is he our penance?
We did a lot wrong because we got a lot of them. You have please add Karen Bass, Nancy Pelosi,
Oh God,
Barbara Boxer when she was in, Dianne Feinstein.
What factory?
Javier Becerra, Rob Bonta. Wait,
What factory are they coming out with these?
They all failed up, as it said.
Yeah.
Every one of them is a loser. And if you ever listen to Hairgel, I like a good chef salad, but not a word salad, okay? And listening to him reminds me of a used car salesman.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
God, he wants to be
I ever
president.
got a used car salesman that danced the way that guy, I'd just go, get out of here, and I'd go to another lot.
Newsom, I'm not moving to Canada, okay? So forget it. Okay, you guys, God bless y'all. You're doing a wonderful job, man.
Thank you, Mark. We'll talk to you later.
bless you,
Take care
Mark.
now.
Cheers.
Bye-bye.
Okay, on that point of Canada, so I've seen tons of Canadian advertisements for Californians saying, come up here. They try to make it look sexy and all these things, and it's directly appointed at Californians because they're trying to share the same beliefs. Canada is kind of going down.
about it.
Yeah.
They're going down in a blaze of
Socialism,
excrement.
yeah.
And they're trying to say, you know what, let's pull you down with us, California. You guys love us so much. We have the same ideals. No, we're trying not to. We're trying to back away from all that. And they're pointed directly at us.
They're doing such a great job that Alberta is floating a referendum to secede from Canada. The province is.
Wow.
Not making that up.
Well,
and their provincial, that's not a provincial governor, what do they call them? Provost, prime ministers, whatever they are, has said that if they enact any more firearms legislation, that the province will not be respecting them.
Good on them.
Good.
I gotta love that stuff. So there's some pushback there. Yeah. Hey, we had a fun question. Do you want to run on to this one? I have a question. I'm leaning towards a holographic sight or maybe an LPVO. Any thoughts on that? Where are you? I know you're not a huge fan of red dot sights, in spite of the fact that they do have certain advantages.
You know, they do, but here's my problem. I'm old. Okay, and I'm so just used to iron sights. When I get out, you know how I shoot. When I go out to West End, I put out some targets at 25 yards, but I put a large amount of targets out at the 45, at the back of the berm, which is 45 to 50 yards, and I shoot over and over at these, fairly rapidly with iron sights. When I put on
the red dot,
for me, it's
because of that motion.
Yeah, and it's like, okay, now. Crap. Okay. now. Oh,
Which
wait.
you're doing with the iron sights anyway. It just seems that's interesting. It seems like it's magnified as you do that, isn't it?
It is definitely magnified when you're doing it with a red dot. I don't have, with the hologram, I don't have a whole bunch of experience with that one yet. Let's face it, guys, to be honest, because of the issues I've been having since, basically summer, I haven't shot a gun since September 1st or something, the last time I went shooting. So it's been a little bit for me, and so I haven't been able to do much. I'm chomping at the bit, can't wait to get back to it, but for right now, my stuff's just sitting. So
it's a zone pain, and that's got to be killing you.
Yeah.
I know that with the red dot sight, because you only have one sight to index. The minute the dot's on the target, when you see it, just go. You don't have to line up the sights. You don't have to do the equal height, equal light thing. You don't have to do any of that stuff. It's very fast. My problem is it takes me so long to find it. Right? I mean, I bring the thing up to the eye, and where is it? Oh, there it is. Trying to get the angle right. Maybe I haven't trained with it enough or something, but actually for a pistol,
and with me,
too.
I'm so conscious about having that red dot line up with my iron sights.
Doubly.
Now you're lining up three things.
Yeah, so it's like, wait.
Who do I trust?
I said, the hell with this. Turn that off and let me just do this. So I'm just I'm a big fan of iron sights.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
LPVO for the rifle, though, because of the adjustability.
Yeah, I was going to say there's nothing like a scope on a long gun, but that's a different critter. All right, you know what? We got Chris in L.A. We're going to get to you as soon as we get back. Michael from Whittier calling in. Jimmy, quick, what's the number?
866-870-5752. Once again, that's 866-870-5752.
All right, we're going to go out with a little Louis Armstrong. Cannot not smile and hear this song.
That's true.